Welcome to Niga Med Guide. Today we will discuss physiology of the liver. Liver is the largest gland of the human body. It is the main accessory organ of the digestive system that performs various important functions. So let's start discussing these functions. The first and one of the most important function of the liver is the metabolism. Liver is the main metabolic organ of the human body. Metabolism of the essential nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, and proteins occurs in the liver. Carbohydrate metabolism. Liver plays an essential role in maintaining the plasma glucose level. After having a meal, when blood glucose levels rise, then hormone insulin is secreted from the pancreas. Under the influence of this hormone, excess glucose is converted into the glycogen and stored in the liver. And this process of conversion of glucose into the glycogen is known as glycogenesis. And during fasting, when blood glucose levels fall, then glucagon hormone is secreted from the pancreas. Under the influence of the glucagon hormone, stored glycogen is converted again into the glucose for energy, and this process of conversion of glycogen into the glucose is known as glycogenolysis, means breakdown of glycogen. During excess fasting, when blood glucose level falls rapidly and dangerously, then glucose is formed from non-carbohydrate sources such as fats and protein, and this process of production of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources is known as gluconeogenesis. Protein metabolism. First process is deamination. This is the structure of the amino acid, and deamination means the removal of the nitrogenous portion of the amino acid. This nitrogenous portion is not required for protein synthesis and is used for production of urea that is excreted in the urine. Next process is transamination. It means removal of the nitrogenous portion and attaching this nitrogenous portion to the other molecule for the production of non-essential amino acids. Next, the most important function is the production of plasma proteins, which includes albumins that maintain fluid balance in the body, globulins, for example, immunoglobulins, which are important for immunity, and clotting factors such as fibrinogen and plasminogen that are required for clotting mechanism to prevent bleeding. Fat metabolism. Liver metabolizes fats to produce energy. It also helps in the synthesis of cholesterol, lipoprotein, and phospholipids. Excess carbohydrates and proteins are converted into the fat by the liver. Other functions of the liver includes production of heat. As liver is the main metabolic organ and has a high metabolic rate, so it is the main heat producing organ of the body. Through metabolism, it produces higher amount of energy. Immune functions. This is because of presence of macrophages known as Kupffer cells in the sinusoids of the liver. These Kupffer cells ingest and destroy the invading pathogens by mechanism known as phagocytosis. They also destroy old worn out red blood cells. Detoxification of drugs and toxins, which includes ethanol, waste products, and microbial toxins. Some drugs, when taken by the oral route, first go through the liver and metabolize here. And the final amount of drug that enter in the systemic circulation is not enough for producing efficient therapeutic effect. And this is known as first pass metabolism. This is an important concept of pharmacology. Inactivation of hormones, which includes insulin, glucagon, cortisol, aldosterone, and sex hormones. Storage. Liver is the main site of storage for glycogen, fat soluble vitamins, which includes vitamin A, D, K, and E, iron, and copper. One of the most important function of the liver is the production of the bile. It is yellow-green alkaline fluid that is produced by the hepatocyte through mixed arterial and venous blood in the sinusoids. Between 500 and 1000 ml of the bile is secreted by the liver each day. It consists of water, mineral salts, mucus, bile pigment such as bilirubin, bile salts, and cholesterol. Functions of the bile: fat digestion. Bile emulsifies the fat and converts the large fat globule into the small droplets. It helps in the digestion and absorption of the fat and fat soluble vitamins by making them more water soluble. Bile also helps in the excretion of the bilirubin. Bilirubin comes from the heme portion of the hemoglobin after breakdown of the red blood cells. So, after the breakdown of the old red blood cells in the spleen, hemoglobin is released and converted into the heme and globin. Globin is converted into the amino acids and used by the body, while on the other hand, heme is converted into the bilirubin that is unconjugated and water insoluble. It is carried in blood bound with the plasma protein albumin. In hepatocytes, this unconjugated bilirubin is conjugated with glucouronic acid and become water soluble enough to be excreted in the bile. So this bilirubin with the bile enters the intestine through the bile ducts. In the intestine, some bile salts from the bile are reabsorbed and returned to the liver to be reused, and this is known as enterohepatic circulation or recycling. Some microbes in the intestine convert this bilirubin into the stercobilin that is excreted into the feces. Some bilirubin also go through the kidney through blood circulation and excreted as urobilinogen. So in this way, bile helps in the excretion of the bilirubin that is very important to prevent jaundice, that is yellowing discoloration of skin and mucous membrane due to excess bilirubin in the blood. Let's summarize the functions of the liver. Liver performs various important functions which includes carbohydrate metabolism. Liver helps in maintaining blood glucose level by glycogenesis, glycogenolysis, and gluconeogenesis. Protein metabolism, which includes deamination, transamination, and production of plasma proteins such as clotting factor, albumin, etc. Fat metabolism, which includes breakdown, oxidation of fat, and synthesis of fat by excess carbohydrates and proteins. Liver is the main site of hair production in the body because it has high metabolic rate. Kupffer cells in the liver provide phagocytic and immune function. Liver detoxifies the drugs and other toxic substances. Inactivation of some hormones occur in the liver, which includes insulin, glucagon, cortisol, aldosterone, and sex hormones. Liver is the storage site for glycogen, fat soluble vitamins, iron, and copper. Liver synthesizes and secretes bile that is important for fat digestion and excretion of bilirubin. If you found my video helpful, then kindly subscribe, like, and share my channel. Thank you for watching.